Is Jalen Carter the next Ndamukong Suh? Now, I would like to give a big shout out to Big Lions Main on Twitter. He did put up a post with Suh on one side, Carter on the other, and it definitely got me thinking, is Jalen Carter the next Ndamukong Suh? Despite being the best defensive tackle in this draft class, I couldn't help but think that he could be. On the football field, nobody can question Jalen Carter's game. It's elite and even more elite on game day. Whether it's Saturday or now into the next phase of his career on Sundays in the National Football League, nobody can question his playing style that it is not elite. Film don't lie. I'm a firm believer in that. But it got me to think. With all the off-the-field issues, this, that, the other, it got me to really think. Suh was in that same exact talk with the talking heads in the media and amongst us fans. When it comes to a player, if I like a player enough to where, hey, look, this player can help us win our championship, our division title, our conference titles, Super Bowls, things like that, winning football, I will do whatever it takes to help that player keep themselves out of trouble. We all hear about the excuses. Oh, well, his pro day, well, he couldn't finish it. He didn't participate at the combine. He got arrested and he did this, he did that. I get it. It is a cause of concern. I get it. He has to pass Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell's test. Obviously, the interview process, where's his mindset at, things of that nature. I'm not going to read into none of the mainstream media articles. I want to know exactly what's in the mind of Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes. So until they say Jalen Carter will not be a selection, I have to think that Jalen Carter could be a selection. Now, I will talk real briefly. If, say, Tennessee moves up to 3 and the Seattle Seahawks take Jalen Carter, I think the next best player, if not the best player in this draft class, is Will Anderson Jr. If that happens, you have to take Will Anderson Jr. If you trade up to 3 with the Arizona Cardinals, you have to take Will Anderson Jr. With that being said, the best player available will be Jalen Carter. You do not pass up on a surefire. I'm a firm believer that the first 4 rounds need to be surefires. I'm not going to take a risk. I'm going to just get the best player available. Rounds 5 through 7, I could take my risk. Hey, this guy got a lot of potential, but he's a little bit raw. I think that our coaches can work with him. Let's pick this guy up and see what he has. With the first 4 picks, or the first 4 rounds, they need to be surefires. Because surefires will always help you equate to immediate help on lower contracts. So Jalen Carter fits all that bill, and I definitely think that Jalen Carter has a lot of resemblance of Ndamukong Suh. So if we're trying to get back to that 2014 type of defense, where we were leading the league as the best defense in the National Football League until the last game of the regular season, where we did drop down to number 2 going into the playoffs to play the Dallas Cowboys. If we want to replicate some of that magic, then Jalen Carter has to be the pick. If it's not Will Anderson and he's not available and things like that, Jalen Carter has to be the pick. He fits that Ndamukong Suh role. He can have that Aleem McNeil to help take a little bit of pressure off of him, possibly even open up an Aleem McNeil. Let's not sleep on Aleem McNeil either. So with that said, you would have Aiden Hutchinson, Jalen Carter, Aleem McNeil, and you can rotate, 4 guys at the opposite position. And that's not even mentioning Frank Kaminsky. So technically we got 5 guys that we can rotate at the opposite of Aiden Hutchinson's position at defensive end, with Kaminsky, Okwara, Charles Harris, Pascal, Houston. And then let's not sleep on Julian Okwara. So we got 6 guys that can rotate opposite of that. So it doesn't put a 100% need on a Will Anderson, but if he falls, or you want to trade up for him and try to alleviate some of those players, to replace him with a Will Anderson Jr., obviously then you do that. But if you don't and you stay at 6, Jalen Carter makes the most sense. You guys all know what to do. I say it in every video. We're trying to hit 200. Can you be that last subscriber to hit 200? And can we get this video to 100 likes? I'll see you in the next video because grit don't quit. #1pride, baby. Love you all. Appreciate yesterday's video. Peace.